Good morning, this is Susan, and this is Susan's Ramblings. We're going to continue on with our basic mixes today. I don't know what I've got planned for which ones we're going to do today because I just put them all together and I just go through 6 or 7 of them and I quit. But if you notice, some of my recipes I use Italian dressing a lot, and this gives me my Italian dressing. It's good, and I can use this the same way that I use the purchased Italian dressing. I use Italian dressing a lot of times. I will put all the fresh vegetables together, such as carrots, celery, peppers, onions, all those kind of vegetables, and then I will just toss them with the Italian dressing. And it's a very simple, very easy recipe. This one has probably less preservatives than in the one you normally buy. Okay, so there again, we use the basic spices that you have, and then you just combine them in order to make whatever seasoning you want. Okay, this is another one. Another very simple recipe, and it's something that you might like in the winter or when it's cooler outside. When you take your tea and your creamer and your spices and you put it all together and you've got your mix. Like I said, I use a lot of tea. There's a lot of good spices in here that will be good for your health. So that's another recipe you can have. Make sure when you get this iced tea, instant tea, it's unsweetened. And perhaps you can, it's unsweetened. A lot of times it will have the lemon in it, but that's okay as long as it's unsweetened. Okay, there's your tea mix. How many of you buy spreadable butter? I don't. I just let my butter soften. And since it won't hurt butter to stand outside the refrigerator, then I just leave it outside the refrigerator. But a lot of you will like spreadable butter. And there are times when I want it too, but I normally don't make it. Because like I said, I just leave my butter out. I will, at times, send spreadable butter along with the homemade bread. That's just simply because it's easier to send instead of real butter. Okay, and it's just butter and olive oil. And then that's all you do. Okay? Next one. Do you know you can make your own Velveeta cheese? Yeah, you can. And guess what you need? You need just cheese, over just water, dry milk, cheddar cheese, and gelatin. And I would hope you've got all those things. Cheddar cheese, I have that in a bulk, in a great big chunk, and I just grate out what I need when I need it. Okay, that's an easy one to do. And you have it yourself. Okay? It also says grate cheese yourself, and I haven't tried it the other way. I don't buy shredded cheese. Well, very seldom do I buy shredded cheese. I might buy some mozzarella, but I don't buy shredded cheddar cheese. And then if you don't grate it yourself, it won't be as smooth. But there's your Velveeta cheese. You can make a lot of cheese just with dry milk, and dry milk or regular shelf milk. And a lot of times you just have to add vinegar or lemon juice to your milk, and you cook it and you do different things with it, and you've got your cheese. You can make homemade mozzarella that way with plain old milk and vinegar. And I will be giving you a recipe for that later on, or hopefully I will be doing these things, and you will be able to see me do them. Okay, but right now I just want to get all my recipes out as fast as possible. Because in these times you never know what's going on. This one is homemade spam. Did you know you can make spam yourself? Yes, you can. And as long as you have quick tender in the process. Homemade spam. Pork roast, ham, garlic cloves, more than quick tender, and that's all you do. That's all it is. Um, but you didn't know that, did you? Homemade spam. It has to be done ahead of time. You have to let it cool overnight, but by the next morning it'll be ready for you to eat. Got a homemade head cheese too, somewhere along the line. Somewhere, a friend in Texas gave it to me, and her husband was a butcher, and they made it quite frequently. And Mom made it, had it, head cheese all the time, but she actually used the meat from a pig, from from the real pig head. Okay, yeah. But anyway, this one, the one that the lady gave me, my friend gave me, just uses pork shoulder roast, and I will look that one up. That's in one of my notebooks, and I'm slowly going through my notebooks and my cookbooks to find recipes, not only homemade recipes, but also recipes for tuna and chicken and so forth that will have meat, since the meat prices are going too high. Okay, you even make your pepperoni, but you didn't know that, did you? Um, yeah, you want to make a pizza? You don't have pepperoni. This one does take a little while longer to make. Um, yeah, it's got to bake for 8 hours, and then you have to let it cool. And yeah, it's good. You can make your own pepperoni for pizzas. I bet you didn't know that. Um, you make it and either store it in the refrigerator or freeze it. And I usually freeze it that way every time I want a pizza. My pizza crusts are made too and frozen. And so every time I want a pizza, I just pull out those crusts and my homemade pepperoni, and I'm done for the day. That's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.